one of the things that we have to focus on when we are designing our ideal life is, do we have the energy to be able to run our race? Do we have the energy? And I've touched on this before, but it's just such an important conversation to have, because our health and our wealth are linked. How healthy we are and how we get energy and how we give ourselves energy is linked to us being able to go after the good things of life, the things that we want to make happen. I played you guys some John Maxwell a while back. I just heard him say this again. Everything that's worthwhile in life is uphill. Everything that's worthwhile in life is uphill, right? So everything you want that's actually something that's worth it, it's going to be uphill. It's not going to be easy downhill, just rolling and I get to it. It's going to be an uphill thing. So think about this. If everything worthwhile that you want in your life is uphill, great relationships, great marriage, making all the money you want to, having a successful business, being healthy, traveling, all the things you want are uphill, but we don't have energy, how do we get uphill? Right? If you don't have energy, if everything you want is uphill and you don't have energy to climb the hill, how do we get anything that's worthwhile? How do we get anything that's worth it? We don't. That's why this energy conversation is important, why we have to pay attention to our health. In the text, 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class, number 173 says the great ones manifest energy. We have to understand this principle of, right, because I work with a lot of people. I have conversations with a lot of people. A lot of times we just don't have energy to go after the tough stuff. We're tired. We're right. The job takes energy. The things that we do take energy. He's not on the call, but there's a Steve who's a good friend and a business partner of ours. I was having some conversations with him, and I asked him this exact same question. He wouldn't mind me telling you this. I asked him this question, like, "Hey, what happens when you get off of work?" Right? He's like, "Normally, man, I just don't have energy. Like, work just drains me. It gets me super tired." Right. So then by the time I get off from work, I just don't have energy to do this. And I don't want to eat or take a nap or whatever the case is. And so it's really difficult for me. And I said, great. Here's the question I asked them, guys. I said, what do you do in the day that gives you energy? Because if we're going to identify that we don't have energy when we leave the job, then the question is, during the day, throughout the day, what do you actually do that gives you energy? And he was like, I don't know. I don't really do anything, right? Like, sit at my desk, right? I do my work and have a lunch break, and I go back and kind of do the work, and I sit down. I try to stand up and move around a bit, but like, I don't really do it. And I was like, okay, well, let's identify your lunch break. What do you do on your lunch break? Do you just eat? He's like, yeah, just sit and eat. And I was like, and it takes you what, like 10 minutes to eat, right? 15 minutes to eat. Doesn't take long. He's like, yeah, it doesn't take long. It's like, what do you do with the other 45 or 50 minutes? Like, I don't know. I just like watch, someone social or right scroll. And I was like, how about you turn that into walking time? How about in the middle of your day, when you have a lunch break, it takes you 10 to 15 minutes to eat, use the other 45 to 50 minutes to walk, to actually get some movement in, to give yourself some energy, and see how then that plays out towards the end of your day. He's been doing it for a couple weeks. Are already seeing energy. Sends me a text. Hey man, thanks for that quick suggestion. It helped a bunch. Right now, after work, I don't feel as tired. I'm not. It actually gives me energy throughout my day, because now I have this burst in the middle of the day where I'm moving. That simple, that quick, right? That little shift helped him get more energy. So these are the things that we have to do in our life. We have to identify the areas that we're not, right, giving ourselves energy, that we're not putting energy in, or giving ourselves the ability to manifest energy, and energy is just being taken away. Here's what it says in the text. It says, the engine behind every great champion's success is energy in three forms: physical, mental, spiritual. Let's read that again. The engine behind every great champion's success is energy in three forms: physical, mental, and spiritual. Because the world class operates from a love and abundance based consciousness, they appear to have almost boundless energy. At a lower level, the masses operate from fear, the biggest energy sucker known to man. Love attracts energy. Fear consumes it. Say that again. Love attracts energy. Fear consumes it. Is it any wonder average people are tired and worn out half the time? The masses unconsciously deplete their own energy. Champions create energy through their thoughts, and their thoughts produce feelings that reinforce their belief that everything happens for a reason. The great ones believe that they are destiny's darlings, that they were born to win. No matter how bad things get, they believe the universe is conspiring to help them. This belief in universal favor becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy and attracts all three forms of energy. The pattern creates a psychological tidal wave of momentum that drives performers beyond normal limits of energy. In contrast, middle-class performers think thoughts and manifest feelings rooted in fear, which drains energy and attracts additional fear. The masses suffer physical, mental, and spiritual fatigue from their own thought processes. They are architects of their own destruction, even though they are completely capable of redesigning their consciousness. By natural law, energy is created or consumed by thought, and the great ones choose to create it. So we have the ability to manifest energy, right? To do the things, because we are going to need, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to need physical energy, mental energy, and spiritual energy to run this race, to design the life that you want. Remember, that's why we talk about this. It's because we are all on the mission of designing our ideal life, designing the life that you don't need a break from, designing the highest, grandest vision of yourself, of your life. That's the journey. So in order to pursue that journey, physical, mental, and spiritual energy is what's needed. So physical energy, first off, right? And again, you see it in here. You see the parallels of what Tony Robbins talked about, right? Talked about the momentum that you get, right? Build that base, challenge and grow, and then celebrate the reward, build you a bigger base. And then you keep doing that over and over again. You keep building bigger bases. That's how you build momentum. And momentum works in either way. It works for the good, it works for the bad. He said that, right? The rich get richer because they do this practice. The poor get poorer because they do this practice, right? So like both sides work. So these three forms of energy, though, we gotta build. Physical energy, mental energy, spiritual energy. Physical energy is going to come from you moving your body. Like physical energy will come from you changing your physiology. It'll come from you moving. It'll come from you going to the gym, walking, doing something that puts your body in motion. Again, Tony Robbins said it in the video, but it's just the case. We are not doing what our bodies are designed to do because of the way our modern environment is and the way that we live. We don't move our bodies in the same ways that we used to or that we are designed to. So we have to learn how to do that. We have to learn how to get physical energy. We have to learn how to walk more, move our body more, breathe better, right? We have to give ourselves that. To be physically strong, you need to be physically strong in order to, again, go on this journey. Think of the uphill model. If you're going uphill, you need to be physically strong to go uphill. Mental energy. This is where most of us lack, right? It's the mental energy. That's why we read out of this book 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class, because it's a mental energy that we also need, that most of us don't necessarily have to get to the place that we want to get to. But again, we can learn, we can unlearn, we can relearn, we can train ourselves, we can practice these types of things. Mental energy. How do we get, well, I was going to say, how do we give ourselves mental energy? I'll start the other side because it says it in here. Fear takes away our energy. Fear is the biggest energy sucker. It takes away. So if mentally we are sitting in spots and places of fear, that is automatically taking your energy. If there are things throughout your day naturally that we are run off of scarcity, fear mindset, those types of things, naturally you will not have energy because that is taking your energy. So that's why we got to get to that love and abundance-based consciousness. We got to think on higher things. The more you think on good things, it brings you good energy. Worry, stress, fear, doubt, those things take away your energy. And we got to understand that. So sometimes when you look at the end of the day, the end of your day or your night, and you're just beat, burnt out, right? No mental energy left. You have to think of all the things that just took all of that mental energy and think of then the momentum day after day after day that you do the same things that are taking the energy. We got to switch that. We have to switch that. We have to build, we have to gain more mental energy. How do we do that? We do that by operating out of love and abundance, by removing fear, faith over fear. Faith will give you more energy. That goes into the third form of energy, which is spiritual energy, right? All three of these forms, physical, mental, and spiritual energy. Whatever your beliefs are, whatever you believe, you have to be able to tap into a form of a higher power of spiritual energy that gives you, again, what you need to run this race. But we got to work on the energy part, ladies and gentlemen. I know this race is difficult for some people to run, but it's really difficult because you're out of gas. You're out of physical gas. You're out of mental gas. You're out of spiritual gas. So we got to fill that gas tank. We got to fill the physical one. It's easy to fill the physical one because you can move your body. You can change your physiology. You can make a choice and a decision to be more active. I mentioned this to you for the past, from July till now, right? All the way, the entire month of July through now, I've been working on 10,000. I've been doing 10,000 to 20,000 steps a day, right? So that's anywhere from like 4.5, like 5 miles to 10 miles a day walking, right? Because that changes my physical energy. My physical body feels different when I walk 5 to 10 miles a day. That's how I work on it. I also go to the gym, but right, physical energy, it's important. Mental energy. How do we read, we listen to good things. I listen to 10 to 15 sermons a week. I'll listen to podcasts, right? Just my natural day where other people may be listening to the radio, white noise on Netflix, whatever the case is. I always have something that's feeding my mental energy, that's refueling me, that's giving me a different way to think constantly. Why? Because I know my days, I'm constantly pulling from my mental energy. I need it. I communicate with people. I coach, counsel, all those things. It pulls from my mental energy. So I am aware that I have to now give myself more energy on the mental side. So I read good things. I listen to good things. I try not to consume things that take away my energy or that put fear in my mind, right? Because you got to think about it. If you're trying to practice your mental energy, like growing in the right ways, your mental energy, and fear takes away from it, then we can't watch things that give us fear or listen to things that are fear inducing. So we have to remove that in order to get more mental energy. But these are things to practice. And then your spiritual energy, get with your God, get in the word, right? Get in scripture, like actually spend time in meditation and prayer, in solitude, actually tap into that spiritual nature so that you have the energy to run this race. It says, I want to highlight this last sentence. It says, champions create energy through their thoughts, and their thoughts produce feelings that reinforce their belief. Okay. So you're going to create energy through your thoughts. That's why these calls are important. We never get off the thesis. You change your thinking, you change your life. So now we're attacking energy. You think this is just manifesting success and making money, but this is also the reason why we can't do this, because maybe we don't have the energy to go do it. But the energy that we don't have is a direct result of our thoughts. It all comes back to our thoughts. It says champions create energy through their thoughts, and their thoughts produce feelings. Those feelings reinforce your beliefs. That's how you, like Tony Robbins said, you create a base, right? You do something, you pick something that creates this base then you challenge it, like you grow, you push through it, and then you reward yourself for pushing through it, and you do that again. So can you find something that changes your thoughts around your energy, and then let that produce new feelings for you, which will create new beliefs about your physical, mental, and spiritual energy? This is the work, ladies and gentlemen. This is the work. This quote up here says, the real difference between men is energy. A strong will, a settled purpose, an invincible determination can accomplish almost anything. And in this lies the distinction between great men and little men, great women and little women. Action step for today says, be aware of the thoughts you have and ask yourself if they are creating or consuming energy. Just for today, allow only energy generating thoughts to occupy your mind. Notice the physical, mental, and spiritual impact it has on you. Be aware of your thoughts today. Awareness is step number one. You can't fix a problem you didn't know you had. Awareness is number one. Be aware of your thoughts today and just ask yourself, are these thoughts creating energy for you? Are they giving you life? Are they giving you energy to move forward to your goals? Or are they consuming energy? Are they taking more energy from you? Are they slowing you down? Analyze your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. That's the key. Once you understand you and how you operate, you can go off and design the life that you want. You can go off and design the life you don't need a break from. But this starts with us. It starts with the I. It starts with pointing those fingers at us and says, hey, if it is the be, it's up to me. If anything's going to happen, if anything's going to change, if anything's going to get better, it's up to me. And I would tell you, it's up to you and your thoughts. Your thoughts. The thoughts you have on a daily basis are the things that are putting you in the position to do or not do the things you want to do. So we just got to change the thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. I know easier said than done, but 80% of success is in our beliefs. 80% of success is in our beliefs. So it's what you believe is possible, what you believe you're capable of, what you believe you deserve. That's really where it starts. You're very welcome, Tiffany. I appreciate you taking time to jump on. I appreciate all of you taking time to jump on and hear this. Again, as always, share this with some people. We need more people that want to follow and come on the journey of growth and getting better. Somebody just needs to hear this message. They just need to get that seed planted so then they can go off and really change their life. It's too crowded down here at the bottom, guys. Time to get to the top of this thing. I love y'all. Enjoy your Wednesday. Let's go out there, do something that challenges us so it can change us. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.